Hey, it's Craig back with another Mortgage Minute, and I want to talk to you about something. It's a question we get asked a lot, which is, "Hey, I've heard that biweekly mortgage payments will shave a lot of interest off of my loan," which that is a true statement. You can save a lot of interest making biweekly mortgage payments, but I think it's important to understand why is that. Okay, so understand something. There's a difference between biweekly and bi-monthly payments. Okay, so biweekly means that you're making half of the mortgage payment every 2 weeks. All right, bi-monthly means that you're making half of the mortgage payment every twice a month. Excuse me. So the difference is there's 26 bi-weeks in a year. There's 24 bi-months in a year. So if you think about it, there is one additional payment that gets made when you're on a bi-weekly schedule. Because remember, you're doing half of the mortgage payment, but when you're doing it bi-weekly, you're doing it 26 times throughout the year. Okay. So how does this work? Well, if you have a mortgage and you want to get on a biweekly program, typically what you have to do is there's companies that sell those products to do biweekly. But here's the thing, you can do it for completely free because remember, all you're really doing is you're making one extra payment a year. Okay. So there's two ways you can do that. The first way is at the beginning of the year, you can just make an additional payment. Okay, so if your principal and interest payment is $1,500 a month and you want to make one additional payment in January, you make your normal mortgage payment and then you can send in a separate payment. Now, I would say if you're sending a check, I would put on there principal only. That way they know that you're not trying to make the next month's payment. But you can in January make that extra payment, and you in effect have done the same thing that a biweekly program would do. And if you do that every year, you'll get the net effect. Actually, slightly better because you're actually paying more of the principal earlier in the year. But a lot of times when we talk about this, people say, well, wait a minute, man, I don't have an extra payment in January. How can I do it so that I spread it out throughout the year? And that is super, super easy. All you have to do is take your monthly payment amount, divide that number by 12, and pay that much towards principal each month with your mortgage payment. And voila, you are effectively on a biweekly program. And it can save you money. There's no question about that. Now, I will say this before I get too deep into trying to race to pay my mortgage off, I want to make sure that I've got all my other debts paid off. I want to make sure that I'm funding retirement accounts and things like that so that I'm fully utilizing my resources the best way I can. So if you've got questions about that, if you want to talk about it, call me. Would love to kind of give you a simplified plan, a simplified way of looking at it. And then we can talk in more details about, hey, look, I appreciate that, but yeah, I really want to do this biweekly thing. How can I do it? Call me and I will walk you through how to do that. 615-498-5626. And I appreciate you watching.